What's up, guys? We got a little bit of snow last night. It's been, not crazy cold. It ain't cold here like Chicago, but it snowed. People down here, they're like, places are shut down and stuff. But, I don't know. It's a little bit of snow, no big deal. I got four-wheel drive anyway. So I've been working on the house a lot, and yesterday I was going to go back to working fence rows, but I had this tree behind me that so I'm starting to shake around. Anyway, I'll show you what's up with this. So it had one of those stalks going right over the house, and I'm working right in there, and I wasn't scared it's gonna like fall on me when I'm working, but it was. So here's the one I cut off, and so you follow that there. I cut that one off. You follow that down, and look at that. That's the one they cut off before. So, and this was going directly over the house. I'll show you a little. So, it was decent sized. There's my hand. So, so I had to use rigging. I used the bucket truck, obviously, but I had to rig it down with ropes and all that stuff so it wouldn't fall on my new roof. I got a new metal roof up there, but I'm glad I did. Look at this. Right in the eyes. Anyway, yeah, that was the center of it. Going a ways up, there had been another cut on it, and that was going down into it. But if you look at that, water was getting down in there, and it was starting to rot. It's just like a cavity in a tooth. That's what it does. It rots, man. So, yeah, look at that. So I'm really glad I did it. I was gassed up, ready to go, and I looked over, man, and I'm just showing you guys. I looked over, and that thing was hanging. It grew up and over and out. So, so I'm like, all right, I'll just take that part off. It'll only take a couple hours. And then once I did it, I'm like, man, I'm going to trim that whole tree. I got the bucket truck here, so let's just do it. I'm trying to zoom in, and my hands are there. My hands are so calloused it doesn't work on this phone that well. On the screen or whatever. But I trimmed the whole thing up. You guys can look in past videos. This thing was bushy all the way down, So it was, there was branches already, like suckers coming off of it. All through it, but I think she looks pretty good. Anyway, let me show you. And I actually worked for a tree trimming company for a while, and then when I was younger, I spent a summer in Nantucket doing tree work. When I was real young, this old man Frank taught my friend and I how to climb. And free climb without gaffs. There's a knot you can tie with a rope, with your climbing rope, to make a belt out of. And that's what we used to do until we both bought belts, and then we went out to Nantucket for a summer and did tree work out there. The thing is, when you're trimming a tree, you can't use gaffs because you'll scar the tree all the way up. Every time you dig in, that scars the shit out of the tree, and it just looks like garbage when you're done. So anyway, but I had the bucket truck. I didn't have to climb it. It was great. But what you do is like those yokes. So a yoke is where, a branch, and my fat ass finger there, it ain't gonna work. It's a crotch, okay? Yeah, a crotch in a tree, that's another name for it. You rig your rope through there, tie onto it, and then you do a couple wraps down on the base of it. And so what I had to do was, I was doing my wraps like over in there. I would rig my rope up, go over, make a cut, telescopically boom over to my cut, make sure I was going to be free and clear, and then I'd go back to where I tied off at, and then depending on how heavy it is, that's how many wraps you put around wherever you're tying off, so, it wasn't that heavy. This is just some sort of a maple, like a sugar maple, I don't know, whatever, it's a friggin' maple tree. But, yeah, so I got that down. I left that little stalk there at the end for a couple reasons. It's going to take a while for it to rot down in there. If I'd have cut it off right at the base over here. Right at the base over here, you know, it would have, here, let me zoom back out. My left hand is less calloused, that's how I have to zoom out. It won't rot as fast. I mean, this tree's doomed, though. Eventually, it's going to come down. But now, when it does, it ain't going to fall on my fucking house. So, you know, and the thing is, it was hanging right over the part I'm working on. And I don't want to do all that work and then get a call. Yeah, that tree fell down and crushed your fucking laundry room and closet and all that stuff. So, anyway, that's what the tree looks like. I think it looks pretty good. You know, it'll look great once the leaves come. But this is actually the best time of year to do tree work because there's no leaves in it. So A, they're lighter, and B, you can see the structure of the tree better, so you can manage your cuts better. And you know, you can see through the trees, so you can just see the structure of it a little bit better, and it just makes everything a lot easier. So we got that. That took a whole friggin' day, man. That sucks I lost a day. But, you know, how many days would I have lost if it fell on my house? You know what I mean? So it was just the right thing to do. So I fucking did it. I'll show you. So now I'm all gassed up. I got some, I sharpened chains this morning. And I'm going over to do fence rows over there. I don't know what order I'm going to do these videos in, but this is a lot of work for one guy. I mean, I'm cool with it. I love working, man. You know, I've been down here. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks, and I've worked, you know, 12, 15-hour days every single day. Let me show you a little bit about. So this will be like a tree video / some other shit. So I went to the local do-it-yourself center just to grab a few things and check on prices, man. And it's just like I thought. They're like 3 times more than you know, Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. So, you know, I just left all that shit on the counter and said we're going to Lowe's. And we did that the next day. So I got all this and unloaded it by hand because I don't have pallet forks for my damn skid steer yet. And it sucked. And then I was kind of pissed. Like, so this was wrapped besides this Quikrete right here, this mortar mix. That was all wrapped. You know, it was wrapped pallet. And friggin', so there's 42 bags on a pallet and 14 of them were ripped. So, you know, try unloading that in the middle of the friggin', or not in the middle of the night, but 9 o'clock at night by the time we got back to the farm. And so what I did, I had that in the back, and then I had all this lumber in the back. I got 2x6s, 2x4s, and I've got those 4x4s. They didn't have any untreated 4x4s, but I need those for supports, just to temporarily support the roof while I'm putting in this foundation. Those are just caps for cinder block. What I'm going to do, I'll do a different video on that, but anyway, yeah, so there's all that shit. What else? That's about it. But back to this bullshit, all them bags being ripped. I'm pissed, and I'm gonna have my girl call them because, first of all, I'll freak out on them, and then they'll just hang up on me. And when she wants to be, she can be mean as hell, man. So I just, like, if there's ever a problem at a place like that or that kind of situation, I just sick her on them. And she gets them, man, you know, like, I stand in the background just kind of smiling, like, cheering her on, like, hell yeah, get those dumb bastards, don't take that shit off them, you know. Wow, I'm kind of a bitch. I have my woman fight for me, too, you know, if anyone ever messes with me, I just sick her, all 5 feet of her on her, you know what I mean? Wow, but, you know, because I know I'll go too far, and I'll get pissed off and bang the counter and all that stuff, and, you know, and then, like, get some, I'm going to stop talking about that. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. We're going to clear fence rows for the rest of the day. I can't wait. It's going to be great, and everything's groovy with that. So that's it. So now all I have to do is trim that tree, and that tree, and that tree, and that tree, and all those trees. and those trees over there, and that tree over there. You know what I mean? But, you know, I got the one that was threatening the house. I definitely got to get these. That one there is another maple. That's actually a really cool tree there. That's a tulip tree. Those are really cool. And then I got that big one in the front's a maple. I'm going to clean that thing up, and it's going to look great. So, yeah, that's pretty good. And then there's the garage. I don't know. I could do videos on everything. So, anyway, that's Homestead number 6 kind of checked off. I mean, I don't know if it's number 6. I've been doing a lot of stuff. But, you know, that's checked off. And now there's only like, you know, a couple billion other things I've got to do. And here's, you know, it's cool though. I like doing it. You know, I own this shit. This is mine, and I'm going to make this beautiful. And I'm done with this place the day I die. That's when it's done. You know, it's never really going to be done. There's always something to do. So, and I look forward to doing it, man. And, you know, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I don't half-ass anything. Never have, and I never will. So, yeah. All right. That's all I have to say about that. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to.